Right now, there are people in the United States who are just days away from deportation, and they don't even know it yet. And the reason? Because their cases are being quietly delayed, paused, or pushed in ways most people don't understand. Welcome back to Global Entry News. I'm Edward, and today is March 16th. And listen, this is not just another update. This is one of those videos that could actually change how you approach your immigration situation. So before we go any further, comment below where you're watching from. And if immigration affects you or your family, type info right now. Because what I'm about to break down, most people are getting completely wrong. Now here's the biggest mistake I'm seeing right now. People think things have slowed down. They think enforcement isn't as aggressive. They think things are calming down. And I understand why it looks that way. But let me be very clear. This is not a slowdown. This is a shift. And shifts are more dangerous because they happen quietly. Now here's where things start to get serious. There are reports of a new immigration detention facility being prepared in Louisiana, near Alexandria International Airport. And when you hear family detention, don't misunderstand that. We're talking about mothers. We're talking about children. We're talking about families being held in converted military-style facilities just days before deportation flights. Now officially, they're saying this is for people choosing voluntary departure. But let me ask you something. How voluntary is that decision? When you're sitting inside detention, under pressure, just trying to get out? I've seen this happen again and again. People sign documents they don't fully understand just to escape the situation, and once they sign, everything changes. So if someone in your family is in detention right now, don't wait, because this is where people make a mistake. They think they have time, they don't. Timing in immigration is everything. There are legal options, bond, emergency filings, federal challenges, but those options shrink fast if you delay. Now stay with me, because what I'm about to show you next is something most people are not paying attention to. While enforcement is happening on one side, there's pressure building on the other side too. DHS is facing funding issues right now. There are ongoing debates about whether these aggressive immigration actions should continue at the same level, and that matters. Because when funding becomes a question, policy starts to shift. Now here's something interesting. Global entry was shut down, and now it's back. So yes, things are changing, but don't confuse movement with safety, because the overall direction, still aggressive. Now here's the part that most people are completely missing, and honestly, this is where the real shift is happening. Data. DHS is trying to access federal databases that include employment records and even child support information. Millions of records, information that was never meant for immigration enforcement, now potentially being used for it. Think about that for a second. This is no longer just about raids or arrests. This is digital enforcement, and that changes everything. Now let me answer something I keep hearing. Edward, does this mean the system is basically broken? No, and this is important, because despite everything I just told you, the system still works. Yes, even right now. Let me give you a real example. A woman from Jamaica. She entered the US legally years ago on a visitor visa. She overstayed, but she stayed clean. No criminal history, no issues. Years later, her daughter became a US citizen. They moved immediately. Filed in November, approved in February, 3 months. Now ask yourself, how is that possible? When everyone is saying nothing is moving. Here's the answer. It's not just about the system. It's about strategy. It's about eligibility. And it's about how well your case is prepared. Now let me answer another question I get all the time. If my visa expired, is everything over? No. Not necessarily. Some people can still adjust status inside the US. Others may need to complete the process outside. It depends on your situation. That's why guessing is dangerous. Now, another big one. If I have a work permit, am I safe? No. And let me be very clear about this. A work permit allows you to work. It does not protect you from deportation. And recently, we've seen cases where people with pending applications are still being detained. So assumptions right now, they can cost you. Now let's talk about family-based immigration. Should you still file? Yes. In many cases, absolutely yes. Because even when things are delayed, time is still moving. Priority dates are still moving, and waiting could cost you years. Now let's talk reality for a second. Some family visa categories are still backlogged for years, in some cases, over a decade. So starting now, that's strategy. Now here's something else people don't realize. Having a 10-year green card does not make you untouchable. If an immigration judge removes your status, you can still be deported. It doesn't happen to everyone, but it happens. Now for those in immigration court, here's some cautious good news. Courthouse arrests have slowed down compared to before. But don't relax. Some hearings are being scheduled years into the future, and a lot of people think, I have time. No. You have opportunity. And if you waste that opportunity, that's where problems start. Now before we close, let's talk about the question everyone is thinking. Is immigration reform actually coming? Here's the honest answer. If it depends only on Congress, don't expect much. But if pressure builds, if strategy shifts, if leadership gets involved at a higher level, then yes, something could happen. Maybe not full reform, but something targeted. And sometimes, that's enough to change everything for thousands of families. So here's the bottom line. Yes, things are harder. Yes, policies are stricter. Yes, risks are real. But the system is not dead. People are still getting approved. Pathways still exist. And smart action still works. So don't let fear control your decisions. Get informed, understand your options, and move carefully but confidently. If this helped you, subscribe to Global Entry News, turn on notifications, and share this video with someone who needs real immigration updates. And before you go, comment update if you want me to break down your specific case type in the next video. I'm Edward. Stay informed, stay ready, and I'll see you in the next one.